All right, y'all. I knew episode 6 was going to be a banger. I knew, by the way, episode 5 ended that we were finna get into some shit, and we got into some shit. So, Kaiju number 8. The episode starts with the epic battle, right? So, they have this gigantic Kaiju that appears, right? And what it does, it mass produces. So it produces a lot of smaller kaijus in a very short amount of time. So they're coming in hordes and floods and stuff like that. We already knew it was time for niggas to get right. It was time to lock in, and they did. So then I'm in love with this class, right? So the new class that came in, like the new kids, the prodigies, they're just going off. They're showing all the upperclassmen and the veterans like, yo, like we're different. We're a different breed. You know what I'm saying? As you know, as time goes on, we progress and progress, evolution. That's the whole point of life. So the upperclassmen, the veterans, are seeing these new classmen in action for the first time, and they're like, yeah, this is it. But what I loved about it most, it made everybody morale boost up. Everybody got a sense of confidence to keep progressing and keep doing better, keep achieving greater goals. Love that. So let's keep the ball rolling. So as we were talking about in the last video, now we finally see Captain Mina. Captain Mina is basically like the main character's lover, like the girl that he's always been inspired by since he was a kid. And they told each other like we would join the corps and we will see who would be the best. Blah blah blah. Corporation. All right. So anyways, so we saw Captain Mina. We found out that her full power with the suit on is 96%. We also learned at the same time when it comes to guns, basically she's second to none. She's the number one. She's the captain. So that was nice to see. We see her blast this kaiju with like a gigantic shot, like just showing off her power. Basically, she was flexing. She was like, yeah, you see this, you see that, yeah, I'm her, I'm her. So that's basically what we were going through. That was like the middle of the episode. So let's dive into the main character. He's not exactly like showing progression with the suit on, right? He's only at 1% still. But he brings a factor into the defense. Oh, well, not the defense team, but basically like the whole squad. His factor that he brings in that's very, very important is he's intellectual. He's knowledgeable. He knows about the kaijus inside and out. So by him being able to identify their weakness, he boosts the team. Like, you got to understand, by him identifying the weakness, you could be a low level soldier, but because you know the kaiju weakness, now you're more of an X factor. Now you're more of a supporting cast instead of just being dead weight. So you go from being a low class person to a mid tier person, just for the simple fact now you're more effective. You're not just completely useless, just being another body out there. So sorry about the phone, y'all. I got to keep my phone because I start to ramble and get off topic and stuff like that. So Soshiro, he's the vice captain. What we learned is that he comes from a line of kaiju assassins and hunters and swordsmanship. So he's number one when it comes to combat specifically. So when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, he got hands. He's the number one. But as far as overall power, Mina is the number one. But anyways, so we see him flexing with his knives. So what's going on?